Speaking of diarrhea, I thought of this. I thought of y'all when this
Oh my
happened.
Oh,
god.
thank you.
Where
Yeah.
Ulf takes the shit in the woods.
Oh my god. They had the sound effect too, right? Like,
They did.
I swear they did.
It was in the captions too, I think. Welcome back to Cinema So Far, the podcast where good friends talk about great cinema. And today we are talking about House of the Dragon, Season 3, Episode 1. The title of the episode is called Salt and Sea, Fire and Blood. I'm your host, James, and we have our special co-host here today, Sydney.
Hello, Toad Laris.
And we have Travis.
Yes, hello. Well, you have to be named a lord to get a castle.
I can't believe we made it, you guys.
Here we are.
We did. And you get more women with a castle.
Yes, right.
But,
Woo!
all right. So we are here talking about Season 3, Episode 1. And, man, we are excited to talk about this episode. I know I am. Just to give you all, maybe this is your first time listening to our little podcast, or maybe you're watching it on YouTube. I don't know. But just to kind of tell you where we're coming from, we are not going to spoil anything because we are all TV show watchers first. None of us have really read the books. I mean, I've, dug into the lore a little bit, but we're going to just have a conversation based on the show only. So you don't have to worry about any spoilers.
And I'm brand new, too, to the Westeros universe. This is my first watch of House of the Dragon. I only made it to, the beginning of Season 3 of Game of Thrones. We also covered A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, if you want to check that out. So, really excited. We finally made it to the season premiere.
Yeah. Sydney's coming in unsullied. She's a sweet summer child.
Yes.
And Travis, you've watched all of Game of Thrones, right?
Yes, I watched all of Game of Thrones. Not immediately when it came out, but maybe in the next year or so after. Actually, no, I didn't catch on to it until season 8. I remember now. Yeah, wasn't there 8 seasons?
Yeah.
Am I wrong there?
That was the
already?
last season, yeah.
No, yeah, season 8. That's when I really found out about it and actually watched all of it. And then watched all of House of the Dragon, kind of season 1 when it came out, and season 2.
And then, like Sydney, you also watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Yep.
I sat in, watched those with y'all.
All right, perfect. Well, I think I've probably seen the most out of the group here just because I've watched Game of Thrones several times, kind of lost count at this point. I just try to rewatch it every year or so. And then watch House of the Dragon, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I love, dipping into the lore and finding out what's going on from book perspectives or maybe just from the behind the scenes or, the show, whoever makes the show, and try to stay up on the news and everything. But like I said, we're not going to be bringing in any spoilers, nothing from the books. So we got that to talk about, and let's get into the episode if you guys are ready.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm not watching the heavy spoilers show. I'm not going to try to dive into those but some of the stuff you'll look up, I might have a few little references that maybe I didn't know, but I found out. So,
yeah, and I think, if you're a fly on the wall for this conversation, we just love talking about TV and movies and stuff. So, that's what you're in for. So, get ready. So, this episode, just one quick thing, and I know we've talked about it before a little bit, but this episode was supposed to be at the end of season 2. And how did that feel for you guys? Did it feel like do you feel like it was a fitting opening? Do you feel like it kind of lost a step because it was supposed to be in season 2? Any thoughts on that?
There was so much action, okay, which I loved. Even though it was supposed to be the close of season 2, I think it made a great opening for season 3. I mean, for me, I didn't have to wait between seasons though. It was just kind of like going right
Yeah.
into season 3. So
Lucky.
I know either way, I think it was a really strong opening on some intense action.
I felt the same way. Definitely kind of felt the way you did about rolling right into it, just because we watched the recap of season 2 right before watching this season. So it really just all felt fresh anyways. I really enjoyed that. We did cover it like that.
Yeah, and when you say recap, we basically watched every episode multiple times.
Definitely.
So it wasn't just like we watched a quick recap video. We were in deep.
We're getting into it.
Yeah. And I feel the same with you guys. I think that a lot of people were complaining about season 2 because it was quote unquote nothing happened in the season, which I don't agree with, but if this episode was in that season, I don't think that complaint would have really been there, because it really follows that formula every season, at least for Game of Thrones, which is the second to last episode is there's like some big battle, some big event, and then the last episode is kind of like, the fallout from that event, or these are all of this is what happened after, and it's kind of setting up the next season. So this was a little bit different, but I didn't really notice it, like you said, because we're watching all of those episodes leading up to season 3, so it just felt real natural. But let us know what you thought in the comments, if you really feel like this, HBO made a mistake by doing it this way, or if it just worked out, Maybe
It was a great way to kick off the season. I mean, like you said, it featured 3 different things. There was some land battle, there was sea battle, and dragons. I mean, it really unfolded with a lot of the best parts about it.
And speaking of the sea battle, my God, that looked amazing.
Yeah.
The best sea battle that's been done, I think. Just it felt so real, felt like you were there, and so much happened. There's a couple of things I had, not complaints, but just a couple of, iffy things in the episode. But overall, man, I was excited. I was so stoked to see, the results of what was bubbling up.
Absolutely. The sea action was my favorite. So some super cool shots from under the water and the fight scenes under the boat. It just looked like super fun as far as combat acting. The choreography was incredible.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, so much effort went into it. I mean, it's hard to even understand how much time, money, effort, blood, sweat, and tears go into making something like this. So yeah, just beyond excited. So
Yeah, and I got a little trivia for that. During the filming of this, the production achieved a record for igniting 23 stunt performers simultaneously in a single take.
Whoa.
So it must have been it was in the Battle of the Gullet, so.
yeah, had to be, right? It was probably the accidental fireball that
Yeah.
that Reyna
Oh my gosh.
launched on her own people.
Yeah. Old sheep stealer.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's start with that, because they opened the episode.
Yeah.
We get a close up of Sheep Stealer with it, his big old underbite.
So cute. I think that is so cute.
Cute.
I do. It's so cute.
Yeah. He looked kind of goofy to me, but in a cool way. Like the rest of, like the design of the dragon was just
Chomping
really
sheep
cool.
and throwing them up.
Dude, yeah. How hungry would you have to be to eat that, thrown up sheep that was burned?
Pretty hungry, but I mean, it also was an offering from her dragon too. I would eat it just to gain its acceptance.
Yeah. We're
Whether
cool,
you-
right? I'll eat this sheep.
We good.
Oh my God. I mean, it'd been days she had been out there searching. She was, had to get that water and was like, oh my God, I got that water right on the last
Right. She probably had diarrhea from that.
Oh man, and she's about to have E. coli or something. Like, I mean, it was charbroiled.
That's true.
Speaking of diarrhea, I thought of I thought of this I thought of y'all when this happened.
my
Oh,
God.
thank you.
Where
Yeah.
Ulf takes the shit in the woods.
Oh my god. They had the sound effect too, right? Like,
They did.
I swear they did.
It was in the captions too, I think. It said flatulence.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so
You just can't get away from child humor. Farting and poop is funny.
Well, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms opened on a giant
Yeah.
diarrhea scene, so it's just got to be in there somewhere.
Why is that the thing that's funny?
and I forgot about this until just now, but you have that to look forward to in Game of Thrones also.
I do?
Sid, yeah.
It's a part of it.
There's a scene that is masterfully done, and it's so gross.
Oh, I can't remember what it.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, but
Don't
it's
spoil
later.
the poop scene.
Yeah. I know how much it means to all of us, so. So yeah, she has a whole, How to Train Your Dragon situation going on.
I mean, it's hilarious that he left her up there. She was like,
Yeah.
What?
He like bucked her off, and then
He's like, peace.
yeah.
And that was it.
And what's she thinking at that point? She's probably like, "Well, damn, how am I gonna get down? I'm thirsty." But he was just going to get some food real quick. Just,
Yeah.
Gobble up some sheep.
When she started singing to him, he was pissed. Like
He's like, shut the hell up. Ah. That stupid song.
Yeah.
I did want to highlight something before we get too far out of the intro of the show here, but the director, we didn't really talk about that much, but the director, Lonnie Peristeri, I don't know how to say it, but they brought him back. He actually directed season 2, episode 7, The Red Sowing. So like he had a hand in 2 of these really awesome dragon episodes, I feel like. And he's got another episode coming up, episode 6. So
Very cool.
I thought he did really good with these dragon scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, really well done. Yeah, and you're right, Travis. Like, I haven't really paid attention to a lot of who the directors are lately, because we were going through it so quick. But yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to that. So we get to the scene where Larys and Aegon are trying to get out of there. They get stopped.
I was like, is Larys selling him out right now? But it seems like he had kind of a future, like he was looking 2 steps ahead or something. So, also that guy just getting sworded in half in the back was so gnarly. Yeah.
Brutal.
Those
Yeah.
2 are just a sight to see.
Yeah, because after Larys basically talked his way, into living, that's what I felt it was. Is like he was saying whatever he could. At first he was just like, "Oh no, we're just going over here. We're just some lowly peasants from the Citadel or whatever," and that didn't work. And then it's like, okay, well, actually, we definitely serve Rhaenyra. I'm gonna kneel right now.
Here's the king. Here's the crown. Here's all the scoop.
Yeah. And then Aegon wouldn't give it up. He wouldn't bend the knee, and so Loras is like, actually, just take us alive.
Yeah.
And then those dudes just get stabbed because he was just like, oh, they don't matter.
I mean, I like that line because the king says, it's just like, what? No, like, what are you playing at, friend? Always jesting. He's like, jest has been used like in the last 2 episodes.
I'm going to say that instead of just kidding. Just
Yes.
jesting.
Just jesting. Yes, I want everyone to bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, and I was not expecting Aegon to, take that kind of stand and, spit at them or whatever. I thought he was going to be a little smarter than that, but he's too prideful,
I mean, he just couldn't believe that Larys would betray him like this, just give him up like that. But it's like, dude, you just really have no clue how just any of this works back then.
But see, I don't even think Laris was betraying him or giving him up. I think he was saying whatever it took to keep both of them alive.
But he was just he's so craftful with it because he's the master of whispers. Like when you can't fight, you become, your charisma's off the charts. You're really able to talk to the guards in Skyrim, or you're Luke Skywalker. There are no droids.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of the actor that's playing Laris, he looked a little different to me. Like he's, got more of a tan or something.
Was there some AI in this? Like some AI editing, some filters? Like they made him look younger a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but if anyone knows out there, did he get a makeover or something?
A little bronzer.
Some bronzer. I thought that was a little weird. And the scene with Kristen Cole. Oh, we say Christian, we say that, but Kristen Cole and Gwen. It looked like the mouths were like, I don't know if they're using some editing stuff on this. That's.
What do you mean, like the mouths, like they didn't line up?
Like they've
with
used
the
the AI like filter like on it to. The mouths didn't look right. I don't know.
You've got a good eye for that. All I
did
could
not-
focus on was his ugly haircut. Still,
That scene was pointless.
All I could focus on is his really bad childish artwork that he was doing on his
It
shield.
wasn't even symmetrical. He's just like painting dots.
He
but,
might
like,
as well have been using his fingers or something. Like,
he's like trying real hard on these like circles that are not even very good. Like I was like, what is he doing?
yeah.
That scene could have been cut. They could have cut that whole scene.
and he's just like, "Fuck the world, hate them. We're all gonna die anyway." Just so like bleak.
Doom and ruin.
Yes. He is a rebel without a cause right now. Like he's he just don't care about nothing. Like, because his whole worldview's been turned upside down. He has Gwen over here talking about being an honorable knight, and he couldn't care less.
He's just like, yeah, well, things will be as they may when the world's falling apart.
Well, I want to ask you guys what you think about Damon and Allison. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm talking about.
WTF?
It kind of makes sense in a way. Like I'm not saying we should have expected it, but like in retrospect, it's like, Aemon has had these mommy issues where he's like,
Right.
He's going to the pleasure houses and he's just laying in a fetal position with the mommy,
Right.
mommy dom. But then also Alicent was kind of like not egging it on, but she was
That's what I was gonna ask you.
she was trying
guys.
to play him, and I think she just got too close.
Begging him not to leave, like getting all close. Yeah, putting her hands on him.
Dude, her face, her face is so funny. I don't know if you caught that. Like as soon as like when it's happening, she's like
looking
this.
around like, what the?
Yeah.
At least she wasn't enjoying it. At first,
Right.
I thought it. At first, from the trailer, I thought it was Damon, but it is Aemon, which makes it 100 times worse.
Oh, I didn't know it was in a trailer.
Okay.
I saw a little snippet of it in the trailer, but yeah, I thought she was just, again, doing what she had to do to manipulate him, basically.
Yeah, I mean, because she made a promise to Rhaenyra. She's gonna open the gates. Aemon's gonna be gone, and none of that is working out. And man, that is such a. I just love these kinds of situations where there's like an expectation, but it just doesn't happen that way, and it's no one's fault, and it's out of everyone's control, and you just can't stop it. So she was trying whatever she could to get Aemon to leave. And do you think that he's going to? Or do you think he was just kind of telling her what she wanted to hear? Or you think he's actually going to go to Harrenhal and have a feast in her honor?
No. No, I don't think so. I mean, so much unexpected stuff happened in this episode. I have no idea what that nutcase is going to do next, but it's probably not going to be not going to be honorable.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Was she Aegon it on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Aemon's always been like this too, where he's like, yeah, I'll marry my sister. I'll do my duty. I'll do what I got. Like he's full on Targaryen.
Okay.
It's It's a family thing.
But it
But,
wasn't King Jaehaerys's though. Like that's his name, Jaehaerys.
no, it's not every Targaryen that does it, but
Okay,
a lot of Targaryens did, just to keep the bloodline pure, I guess.
I guess if that's what you consider pure.
Yeah, that's pure, all right. So speaking of Aemon, he is pissed. He's looking for his brother, and he's about to, behead the maester until someone pops up and is like, "Oh, actually, he probably didn't do it because Larys is gone too."
Yeah.
And and Aemon just doesn't apologize or anything. He's just like, all right, and then he just walks off.
That's when he said Toad Laris. That was my favorite line of the whole thing.
The Toad
Yeah.
Larys. He's taken his claim.
He did look cool sitting on the Iron Throne. I'm not gonna lie.
As I wrote, blue steel intensifies because that's what Sydney
true.
brought up. It just is like on another level. She nails it.
He's got them duck lips. So yeah, so then Rhaenyra she's trying to convince her council that this is going to happen. Like Alicent's going to open the gates and, we're just going to be able to go and take King's Landing, and no one believes her. But which makes sense though, right?
I love that scene so much. It got me like so hyped. Like, yeah, she's getting in there, getting the plan, and this is really, the ball is rolling, it's heating up and stuff. But we'll get to when she gets locked out of her room. It was so sad.
It all turns to complete shit. Yeah.
Well, and how much it takes, like time. I guess it's been days because like Alicent has gone and like, gone over there to talk to her, had that whole thing. She like, oh, okay, she decides to trust her, and then it just unfolds where she's taking this stance of like, this is it. But it's like that's a lot that has to go right for that to, like, you're just
True.
gonna fly over there. But she could also just fly over there and just take it over. But
Yeah. But the thing is, she was not expecting Aegon to, flee, and then Aemon to feel like he needed to stay there because Aegon left. And so it's just, a domino effect, right? Like, just, there was no way to predict it. So, man, she's going to feel so betrayed when she finds out, though. Do you think there's going to be anything that Alicent can say, if it comes down to it?
I don't know if it'll come down to it. She's almost looks like she's convinced with the kiss for him to go over a different place.
Okay, so you think he's going to leave?
Yeah, I mean, he said I'll do the dinner in your honor. I mean,
To me, I didn't know if he was just saying that or if he's actually going to do that. I could not tell.
who is it that said like, oh well, Aemon would rather burn in there than, was that Corlys or?
I don't remember.
Somebody said he would rather burn in the kingdom than leave it.
I don't know.
I don't know what that line was. If you remember, let us know in the comments. It was a good line. It was,
But it's true, he would.
yeah.
Yeah. And then Alicent, she tries to pull a fast one, and she writes a letter, sending a raven to the troops, her family, and pretending to be Aemon, and saying, "Hey, you guys just stay there." And what'd you think of that? I don't have his name in front of me, but it's the
The hot guy.
the hot guy.
The hot one. Yeah.
Yeah, the hot one that kept sniffing his little sniffer thing. Yeah, and then they had like, he was the guy that was riding the dragon out of Old Town whenever I was mentioning that last time with the Hightower army.
Right.
That was him. The dragon looked really cool.
Her other son, the third son.
No, it's not. I was wrong about that. It's not her son. This is Otto's nephew. So
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, like, I think it was the first season. They're having the wedding, and Otto's brother is talking to him, and that's his son.
Okay.
Her son is the guy that walks up next to him. He's the squire, the little dude.
I always think it's so funny when they just completely take the note at like face value. Like, yep, Don't question it at all. This is what's happening. Kind of like in Fallout too. They just follow it blindly. I always don't show it to anybody else. Just
Yeah.
this is what's happening.
At least he didn't eat it this time,
Mm-hmm.
like in Fallout. But what was the? Okay, I just want to ask, see if we can get some predictions right
Oh,
now.
I thought
Uh-oh.
you were going to
What
mention
was-
the horse poop on the letter.
That's what I was gonna ask. Okay, so
Oh.
first, what is he sniffing? Like, what do you guys think that is in that little
Ooh.
container that he keeps putting in his nose?
Smelling salts. I
Like
guess.
he needs to wake up
Some
more?
kind of like oil or mint or rosemary or just something.
Well, it's some kind of drug for sure.
No, I thought it was
I think-
is
Is it like
smelling it
powder of the
because
poppy?
that guy smelled bad, so he was like smelling his little thing.
It's like a palate cleanser, like a
Mm-hmm.
jar of coffee at a cologne shop.
Right. Well, for me, it was he was having a headache. I think he was having withdrawal or something, and had to hit the sniff on the smells there.
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah.
like a powder of the poppy or some kind of thing that puts out a narcotic. Like it's in a fancy little thing.
Milk of the coca.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure about that. And then what was the deal with him holding the note and kind of like, looking at it and then handing it off to the guy next to him? Was it like an OCD thing? Like,
Well, he's looking at the seal. I think. I mean, he was looking at the dragon seal, but there was like looked like dirt or poop. I didn't know what y'all thought, if it was
yeah.
dirt or poop. But and then he's like, take this lad for a bath and a tent, because he's like, this dude's disgusting.
Yeah. So so you thought it was not anything to deal with like him thinking of, is this seal official? Why
He
is
was probably,
this?
I think, questioning it like slightly, but and just like, why is this dirty? Like, it's from the king. You didn't. Yeah. For
Okay.
me, that's why wouldn't you keep it clean? Like, just threw it to me with dirt on it or poop on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was just kind of flipping it over, like, okay, this is seal. Here you go,
Okay.
checking it out.
I don't know if we're gonna get an answer, but maybe as we learn more about him, we'll kind of understand: is he just like a neat freak, or is it that he was mistrusting the letter or something?
I don't know. He hits the thing again, though. He sniffs it again in another scene.
He does, yeah.
Getting
I
high
never
on his
thought
own
about
supply.
drugs. Yeah, I didn't think about drugs. I thought he was just being an ass because that guy smelled bad. But that doesn't make sense. Like, why would he carry around smell good stuff? You know?
It probably smells really bad everywhere.
It
over
could-
there.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
It's just like a luxury item.
yeah.
True.
He's just carrying around potpourri. So another scene I really liked was when Corliss and Alan are sitting there having a drink and just having a heart to heart.
Forced him into a drink. He says,
Yeah.
I don't. It'll be wasted on me." But he's like, "Glunk." Like after he said it. Oh well, the seal's broken already. Well, no, you broke it.
Yeah. I mean, that trick works on me too, I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah.
But what I thought was really cool is like just that one conversation, and then you notice like later in the episode, Alan is like calling him screaming out for his father, and is trying to go to bat for him. Like he kills the other captain, in a rage, because I think that it was like him trying to avenge his dad, who just
Wow.
fell into the ocean. And so like before he couldn't care less, and now I think he's warming up to him, or he was
I
anyway.
think that was my favorite scene when he killed the captain under the boat.
I guess for me, back in the scene with them having the conversation, for me, I guess I've got to try to not come with my own biases of like how I grew up and was maybe similar to Alan in that scenario, and have your father come back around and later in your life. So, maybe I've watching it with that kind of like, yeah, he talks about, oh, yeah, I cared about your mother, and it's like, he's like, man, don't even bring her name up. Like, from the perspective, I was like seeing Alan's body language of just like, why are you even bringing her up? But also, you just kind of I think just as a male in the male, you want your father's approval. You want, you know, to know your father.
Yeah.
So
And speaking of, do you think that Corlys is dead? Do you think he didn't die? Any guesses there?
I think he's alive.
yeah, he slithered away.
All right. He was wearing armor,
He, yeah.
but they also didn't show him dying.
Okay, my favorite scene was where they went through the passageway and the teeth.
Yeah.
I love that. And then when she kicks Tylan off, like,
Yes.
can you swim in that? Bam.
Yeah, dude. Captain Lohar, she is so dope. I wasn't expecting her to be such a badass. Like, because in the last season, she was joking around a lot, and yeah, they mud wrestled or whatever, but she didn't seem like extra
I thought
fierce.
I did. I thought she was going to be. There's a reason she's the captain, right? She would have had to have been fierce and whatever.
Sure, yeah, but I just felt like in this episode it was such a turn. Like, everything she was saying was badass. It was on point. You know, she totally used the Lannister, captain and his fleet to get revenge on Corlys, which, they've been butting heads for years. And so the fact that they knew each other so well and they were like, playing against each other, where she was like, oh yeah, we're going to go sack his castle, and that's going to distract him enough to really help us, win. And that's exactly what happened. And
I was
it
so
just,
sad to see her go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like her character.
Well, I guess I was cheering for Alan, so I was like, yeah, like
I like them both, like I thought she was, but this is kind of that season 2 versus season 3 thing again, because they introduced her character in the beginning of season 2, so she was supposed to die at the end of season 2, but so it's a little off, but man, what a battle. Like the way that ship like rammed his,
yeah,
all
cut
of
it like a
the-
piece of cheese.
yeah, and the way how like Corlys and her were fighting through like so many other dudes just to get to each other to fight.
So tight quarters.
Yeah, dude, man.
What do y'all think of Jace locking Rhaenyra in her room and him like flying into battle?
That was rough because I feel bad for the guard. Like, what do? You have a prince that's ordering you to do something. You have a queen that doesn't want that to happen. Like, dude, he's going to be in some serious trouble after this. Can you imagine?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you are going to listen to this teenager over the queen. Okay, she'll have your head, like she said.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you guys, like, do you think that they locked her in the room because it was too risky or because she's a woman? Both reasons are kind of thrown out there. And Rhaenyra is thinking, oh, they locked me in here just because I'm a woman. But do you think it was that? Do you think it was that they truly had her best interest at heart and didn't want to, risk it?
I
Yeah,
do think
he did.
they had her best. Sorry, I do think they had her best interest at heart. That's what Jace was saying, and Mysaria, the worm, was saying too. Like, oh, they're just trying to protect you. He's just trying to protect you. So I think it was in the right place, but she was crashing out.
Yeah, she is. And I know that she said, like, oh, I didn't ask to be protected. Well, nobody ever asks to be protected. But, like, I think from his perspective, he's trying to preserve the queen and the person in charge now. But she's trying to, number one, prove that she can do as if she was king and, the heart of a king.
Well, with Jace, I think he was just really ready to prove that he belongs. He's feeling some kind of way that there's other dragon riders, and that was his thing. And he's a bastard, and he has something to prove. So I mean, I just don't think it was a good idea for him to go out there like that without, truly understanding what the consequences could be. But
Right.
I mean, he met his end that way.
yeah,
And I wanted to cry when he went under and the dragon went under. Oh my gosh. So sad.
That was heavy.
yeah, that was crazy. I mean, the people that were manning those like scorpion crossbow things, they're really a good shot. They got him twice. It was just the first one didn't actually like puncture the dragon. It kind of like hit the saddle harness thing, but second one definitely got him.
Hard. Yeah, I wonder how Rhaenyra is gonna find out or what is gonna happen with that. I really am eager to see how that plays out.
For real, like the fallout from this is gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is her other son that died in this war, and that's one of the things I'm looking forward to most is like just seeing her reaction to this. And I really wonder what she's gonna do to that guard.
Me too.
And Bela and Rhaena. I mean, it was Rhaena's fault. Not her fault completely, but like her going into the battle, and it's like her first day on a dragon, maybe even her first few hours on a dragon, and she's like going in there trying to do something and ends up getting a lot of people killed, including the prince.
Because not Viramax, because the sheep
Sheep stealer.
sheep stealer was not obeying like at all. He was just wreaking havoc on everything.
Yeah. And why would she think that, day one, this huge beast is going to just obey her every command? Like, she had to have known it wouldn't work out that way. Or maybe she didn't. Maybe she was just way too excited to actually help. But let's not forget, she was supposed to be guarding her Rhaenyra's kids and the dragon eggs and all that.
Yeah.
So I really wonder what's going to happen with that too.
And what about the guys waiting in the woods for Vhagar?
Yeah.
And they had to. Our Ulf bailed.
Mm-hmm. As soon as Alice popped up, he's like, "All right, I'm out.
I'm a witch."
I'm a witch, bitch. What did you think of the figure that was standing on the cliff? Did you get a good look?
What the was that? Was that Tomness up there? the half goat, half man?
Yeah.
Who was that?
So we're not supposed to know yet.
Okay.
And there's a lot of lore that kind of covers that. But that was just so cool.
I was like, we're just gonna skate over that, okay? No, but just like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the guy didn't even say anything that saw it or whatever.
It was like a Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
What?
Ulf was cracking me up in that scene. Like he's talking about, getting a castle because he's a knight, and everyone's just like, huh? Oh, you idiot. You don't just get a castle.
Yeah.
He just didn't understand how it worked, But he's the comic relief. And that's always welcome. What about... Okay, so when Tylan Lannister got kicked off the boat, did he survive? Do you think that he... because he's in his armor. By the way, that was such a cool line when he was, saying that he has this protective armor, and I forgot the line, but she was just like, she basically was like, yeah, that's going to come in handy. I don't know if she knew that she was going to do that, or if it was just kind of a throwaway line, but
I'm not sure.
But yeah, do you think that he survived?
I'm gonna say yes. At first, I thought that was his head when the two were joining forces. I was like, is that good? But yeah, I think he did.
That was his twin brother.
That was fleeing the battle that was happening.
Yeah, and we finally saw the Greybeards from the north.
Greybeards.
Yeah. These were the older warriors that Cregan Stark promised we're gonna fight for him, and not only did they show up, but they captured all the people that were running away, and they are ready to fight. Did you know, like, in the North, it's a thing where when you get older, and if food is kind of scarce, the older guys would just like be like, "All right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get a pack of smokes or something," and they would leave to go out and die to leave more food for everyone else.
Whoa.
Pack of smokes. Jeez.
So
Gnarly.
yeah, and so instead of doing that, now they're gonna go fight in this war, and they are stoked
Okay.
because they would much rather die in battle than
Oh
just
yeah.
go out into the cold to die.
I was gonna say some of these guys, just men, want to fight and kill each other in war. Like that, he said, "Very good. We've got more lions to hunt."
Mm-hmm.
That's what Damon said, and it just lit everybody up.
Did you notice the lion that they were killing?
Uh-huh.
Dang.
That was very like sad to me. Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
It's meat.
yeah. Someone six their lion on you though. You gotta. I mean, you can't like talk them down or anything.
Would you guys use a sword like that? Like if you had to, like just whooah, through somebody's torso?
That was just Damon going a little intense, like a little overboard. But
Yeah, I'll go full Damon on someone.
Medieval
Oscar-
style.
medieval. And Oscar
I don't
totally
know,
is
man.
like trying to tell him about like, hey, we're gonna take our men back with us just for the, to honor. That's how we do it. Is it the Riverlands? And he was like, oh, okay. And the dragon's like burning some guys in the background. Like, oh, okay. It's like already burning them.
Yeah, but I mean, Sid, you're the one with all the swords at your house, so
True.
that's a question for you.
Y'all better
Someone's
watch
breaking
out.
in. You grab that sword.
I'll grab my katana.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
going for. The
Gotta go for
katana.
something lightweight, something easy to maneuver. That two-handed sword is pretty beastly.
Some of them aren't sharpened. A lot of them are. Like the ones
okay.
hanging on the wall are not. So that double-headed battle axe sharpened, oh god, that's so dangerous. But that
so
doesn't
hard
make
to
sense.
swing
Like
it.
it's like if you raise it up, the other side is like coming at your face.
Yeah.
Because you like
So-
swing it
Hopefully you're
around
not stabbing like that.
like
Hopefully
this. You
you're-
can swing it
Just
either
right,
way.
right in the middle.
Yeah.
Even like bringing it back though, I don't know. It's just for fun, for show.
It's for fun.
But don't try it. Don't try breaking in. She's got plenty of metal in there. Okay, so one of the last questions I wanted to ask you guys, based on the what you saw in the episode, who do you think won the battle?
Oh geez, I don't know.
Like think
Travis,
about the people that died. On Team Black it was Jace, his dragon.
On what? Team Black?
Yeah, Jace, Vermax.
Well, it was the Sea Snakes fleet.
Yep, Snake's fleet.
Whoever was in the blockade.
got destroyed. His castle, High Tide,
Tower. Yeah.
got ransacked. Yeah. So who do you think was like the winner of this battle, or was there a winner?
that's a good. But see, I'm leaving it ambiguous. I really don't know the way they left off. I'm just gonna say no winner.
I think
It's a draw.
Well, the triarchy was there to do one thing based on the Thailand's requests, and then Sharako Lahore, or however you say it. Lohar. That
Lohar.
was it. Lohar. Okay. So, and I guess for Lohar, she decided that okay, I'm only going for Sea Snake because I'm out for revenge. That's the only reason I even agreed to any of this.
Yeah, it's not like she decided. It's like that was
Yeah.
her plan all
That
along. It seemed
didn't matter if she won. Like I think they really messed everything up, and obviously there was way more triarchy, like their fleet was massive, but that's three different groups that came together to be the Triarchy, and of course they all over the seas everywhere, and we're just only usually focused on this Westeros area, right? So I also thought it was interesting when Alan says when they spot them, and I don't know if you caught it. I had the closed captioning on my third watch. I watched it 3 times. There's places I wanted to see what it said, and he was like, the bitch fist. Her name is the bitch fist.
That's the name of the boat.
It's the boat.
Yeah, which you can kind of tell with the ram in the front, right? Like it looks like a fist.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh man,
If
and they
we
had
ever
tactics.
get a boat, guys.
Yes.
If we ever get a
Bitch fist.
pod boat, that's its name.
Or if we start another band. I mean, Bitch Fist
Hell
is
yeah.
Oh my
pretty
gosh.
strong.
Oh, speaking of band, I did have one thing I wanted to harken back to. I don't know if it's exactly in relation to or not, but let me find where Aegon was talking to his mother, where she had a weak excuse of like being in the forest or whatever.
Yeah, Eamon was talking to her. He asked her where she was,
Yeah.
where she's been.
I thought it was funny because he was like, okay, well, we'll be thrice the sea snake's strength, right? And I thought, okay, number one, that's a crazy tongue twister that how many times did he have to do that take, right? Thrice the snake's strength. And I thought, well, that's a great album name. The band should just take that album name, Sea Snake's
Heck
Strength.
yeah.
And then I looked it up, and they actually have a song called Digital Sea, and it's from their Alchemy Index, Volume 1 and 2, Fire and Water. I just thought that was a very weird coincidence that Fire and Water here, Digital Sea by Thrice.
Fire and Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
A very weird synchronicity.
If you squint a little bit, you can kind of see it coming together.
Yeah.
So how would you rate this episode, and what are you looking forward to the most with next episode?
I really enjoyed this as a season 3 opener, and I think it came in hella hot. I'm going to give it a full 5 out of 5. Super crazy action and all the dragons and everybody's experience going on. I'm really looking forward to see the fallout from them locking Rhaenyra in the room and her finding out about Jace. I'm very eager to see what happens with that.
For me, I think, yes, it had to be a 5 out of 5. Try not to let other people's bias of saying, oh, it's the greatest episode of all the House of Dragon seasons. Yeah, it's probably, but it's a strong 5 for me. And I think I want to see, obviously, all the guys that fell in the water that we know or don't know if they're dead or not, right? So Tylan, Corlys, sadly we know what happens to Jace, but I want to see also the other dragon riders. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to leave that point? Are they going to just stay?
And I'm with you guys. I feel like it was a nearly perfect episode. There was one thing I did not like, which is Rhaenyra, her little speech that she was, saying in when she was locked in the room and she was feeling really sorry for herself. I didn't like some of those lines that she had there, but everything else was just incredible. And I feel like this is something that's going to bring people back to House of the Dragon, because a lot of people thought season 2 didn't have, a lot of this at the end. And so now that it's here in the beginning of season 3, I'm thinking they're going to come back and watch it and go through season 2 just to get to this one.
Well, I think it's interesting that you bring that up, because on the second watch through, had my cousin over, and I'm trying to get him back into it. And boy, they almost did some stuff that he didn't like and was about to check out of the season. He thought the crossbow, shooting the dragon the first time, for her to nail that shot, he was like, that's ridiculous.
He was going to rage quit.
They had great shots. I mean,
Aemon kissing his mom was a little much and then there was one more thing, like, if Alan or if Lohar would have killed Corlys, he was like, I'm done. This is it. I'm out. I was like, that's so funny you would say that. I didn't know. Yeah. I was like, well, I'm watching it for the podcast. So
yeah, these are strong takes. I mean,
yeah. If you agree, let us know in the comments. If they do one thing wrong, are you out?
Yeah, but I think that's the beauty of this show and just all of these shows from that are in Westeros. Is just like you can't believe what's happening.
They toe the line of like what? That's, ugh.
Yeah, and so I'll give it a 5 out of 5 stars for that. And I think for me, what I'm looking forward to the most is I want to see what happens with the Dragon Riders, like you also said, Travis. And then I really want to see how pissed off Rhaenyra is going to be and what happens with that. And then if Aemon actually leaves, or if he sticks around and then kind of ruins it for Alicent's whole plan. And I really hope that we find out where Otto.
Yeah, where the hell's Otto?
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Just that last scene, he was locked up in a cell. I wonder where he is, and I wonder if we're gonna get that in the next episode. So looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, man, super duper stoked for episode 2. So, I can't wait till next week, you guys. So thank you for joining us for season 3 of House of the Dragon season premiere. We're finally here. If you like that, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell because we have loads more content for you. And drop us a review wherever you're listening. It really helps us out, and we super duper appreciate. And we hope you can come along on this journey with us as we cover season 3. So stay tuned. And that's a wrap on tonight's episode of Cinema So Far.